see they're open wide? Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Don't you know it's true, girl? There's no one else but you. Would I lie to you, baby? Yeah. Come on. Everybody wants to know the truth. In my arms is the only proof. I've hidden my heart behind a bedroom door. Now it's open, I can't do no more. I'm telling you, baby, you will never find another girl in this heart of mine. Look into my eyes, can't you see they're open wide? Would I lie to you, baby? Would I lie to you? Don't you know it's true, girl? There's no one else but you. Would I lie to you, baby? Yeah. Everybody's got their history. On every page, a mystery. You can read my diary, you're in every line. Jealous minds never satisfied. I'm telling you, baby, you will never find another girl in this heart of mine. Woo! Look into my eyes, can't you see I'm open wide? That's a song that I was sitting here. I'm CHee72. This is House of Kochi. I am an astronomist. I'm a neurophysicist. I'm a incarnate. Um, a lot of things in the ethers now, only because I channeled certain connections and I can channel certain interfaces and connections because I am an ancient incarnate. And the process that and the energetics that are connecting right now on the planet. And I think it's so interesting because I've got 0 on, but it's 9:38. It's June 23rd, and time is frequency, and your DNA puts out energetics in space in bubbles. Depending on where you are on the land, and then where all the energetics are connected into, and how long you've been there, and have you moved around, and are there roots in the land to your lines, and are there people buried there that are connected to you, and whether you know it or not, all these things. And with the physics the way that they are on the planet right now, because it's a wide open million-year ascension, everything is about energy, but it's become such a futuristic talk that confuses people, because all these words like physics and dimensions, and I opened my eyes and there's 3 on here. See, I had my eyes closed back here. I was just trying to the word. I was just talking to Andra. I was talking to one of the girls, ladies in Australia, not a girl, one of the women in Australia that I work with, that's on my Telegram group right now. And Australia is doing there's a lot, Australia and Texas have a lot in common energetically, and it's really the same energetic, just at a different living land quotient, is how you would say it, just because Texas is the same energetic as Australia, except Texas is going to have a different root connection than Australia. Not even a different root, just a different root connection. But it's the same type of density energetically. And the whole earth and the energetics and how everything merges and moves all used to work without us even knowing about it, correct? It all just used to work whenever you didn't have to worry about it. The grids in the cities were somewhat safe. You knew what areas to somewhat stay out of. You had some type of energetic understanding of where to go, where not to go. If you was from the town, then yeah, you had some drama and you had some crazy shit, but it's like more like Dallas and you's known for it and infamous for it, and you got some other stuff for it too, good or bad, depending on what you's looking for. You got some attention. When everything went the opposite direction and realized the entire earth went artificial. The being that was in the planet died. What we've done is resurrect a living land. And it's what divine prophecy is really all about. It's what the end of days is. It's what yes, everything is blowing up in some areas, but there's a physics reason and there's an adjustment that's having to happen because we've rebirthed all of your original sequences, and they're on a quantum existence. And all you have to think about whenever that's all that means is if your seed has been buried down here in this hole for a really 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 long time and you haven't had light, you don't know what you're going to turn into when you finally get light. But you think that every time you come out of that hole that you're ready to start a field. You're ready to plow, you're ready to put up the farm, you're ready to like get farmers and hands and everything. And you've only come up one layer and you've only got one little root, and guess what? You're still keep coming. Come on. 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 You're still a seed. And it's a process that you go through, and these quantum, what you call quantum layers, okay, are existences of you on different dimensions of what you call space-time. Now, let me give you an example. Leo's wanting to pop in here. Let me give you an example of what could possibly be in this layer. Did anybody steal your energy? Did anybody do identity theft on you? Have you had a twin? Have you had somebody that's been taking over your energy? Do you know that the publicans or the Republicans or the Democrats or the politicians or the industry, or you were just trying to get your song out and then all of a sudden, boom, everybody's copying you. Maybe they've been copying you for the past 30 years. Maybe you're just now realizing it. Maybe those exist. If somebody stole your energy, if someone tried to harvest your energy, if someone had always been harvesting your energy in your line and you know you've changed it now, if you walk the angelic path of the dead for the collective, it's yours now. Whatever it was being used for, if you walked and cleared the path of the sacrifice, then everything in the industry, every single character that was made from it that they sold and bought and did whatever, not your problem, not your patchwork quilts, their problem. They're going to get a seam ripper. It's already been happening. Because if you need that character, because it's part of your mission, it will be given back to you and you won't even know. You won't even know. You'll find out if something happens because it's attached to your energy. And that's how it works. Doesn't matter how it shows up. If you find out, then it's definitely attached to your energy. How did you find out? That tells you how it's attached to your energy. If someone runs up and tells you on your front lawn, oh my gosh, blah, 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 It's happening in your front lawn all the way around you. If it shows up on a YouTube feed or the news, that's where it's showing up connected in some energetic way on the internet channels, data centers, AI, mimicking big time take a, uh complete facial identity theft, complete rewrite of biospheres in order to gravitate to an artificial setup, because that's how the star seeds work, and that's how we were taken offline, and so that is how it merged. But like I told my ladies today, it felt like a fuck up, but it wasn't a fuck up, and we did kind of go backwards. I did lose GIA technology, but that isn't even the company that they should have been, that they wanted to get, is this one right here that we're doing right now. There's a repeat of timelines that's happening because to correct the course, but it might you but it's not, where it's 2026, it's not 2013 anymore. We all know a lot more. Things have happened. We've elevated. We've had to prove. We've broken the wheel. We've broken the atmospheric layers. We clean it up and down like a big freaking vase now. It's like on autopilot. How are y'all doing? So the cards, I went and picked them up. They're matte. This is perfect. These are a lot. We'll have to clean them. These do have the moons in them, so I'm gonna do all of them. And we're still, man, I'm telling you, we're like Josie and the Pussycats. I'm telling you. The printer, there was a woman in her, and I won't say her name right here, but she was in the Detroit story. I won't say her name, but it is a J name, and it's in the MJ12 stuff, and it's part of a part of an O-neg type program. And this woman worked at this printer that I'm starting to build a relationship with, because I'm trying to work with local people so we can build this all over the world, and different people, we can build local and not make all this industrialized whatever. She got fired, and I knew she got fired because she was my contact. And I was waiting on, because we're figuring out, this is the current one. Now this is probably going to change up because it's a little big. And I got some yellow bags, but these are a little big, so we're going to probably chop these and do some stuff, so we're almost there. And I went to go in today, and the money that I paid for the 2 decks, she stole. I paid cash, and this all unfolded, and they found out when I was there. Now, what's so nuts about it is that when I had my company GIA, I had somebody that was in that company that their name is also in the story, and their name is attached to the clearings, and they worked with me and did a whole bunch of stuff. But their name is even attached to the story 20 years ago of the girl who stole from me. And then the 2 names are friends in the Detroit story, but one of the names had been working on clearing and the other one not, and a lot to do with this name in the MJ12 program, feminine name. So anyway, and we knew spells had been cast on us, $2 spells. Interesting, this is coming up. So the ones of you that use this name and did the $2 spells, and we're just letting you know that our candles are burning. And this kitchen witchery is done, but the main thing that all of us, as Leo, as Venus is going more and more into Leo, the more that, because there's been a major shift. And the shift is, you don't need to press anybody about activating anymore. You do right now. You do not. Don't worry about it. It's done. Don't press nobody around you. Don't try to convince nobody around you. Don't even try to convince your audiences. If you have audiences, just show up, tell the information, and what however but the change is that you have to become it. And the change is that our frequency is dominating, and there's new levels of this that have been blown wide open. This is where possibilities, the impossible can become possible in a millisecond. And this is where also, if you have a VAX, okay, this isn't an insult to you. But this and the VAX was processed through, and this is how you do it, because this is the reverse of 23 and me, and you do it collectively. You build up your energy body, and when you do, you will build it quick because it has a meta charge. It has a meta charge. You have to connect more of the meta energy. You're going to have a little bit more headaches. You're going to have to go through some of the pain and bullshit that we went through in the 70s, bringing it in. It is what the fuck it is. It is what it is. You did it for a reason. Your soul did it for a reason. But you can use the consciousness more and more, and the more that you intook an artificial base, the more the consciousness can change it in the next 6 years before it sets. And this is not just the VAX, but this is everybody. Now, the difference is, for all of you who weren't VAXed, they're your power source in the wheel, the vaccinated people. They are your power source. It is what it is. It's just all energy in a big bottle, and it's in a big dome, and that's what we fought to control, was the collective energy, so that we could use it to create quickly something new together and remember how to do it. Well, we all did it before unconsciously. We all did it before. We were all, everything was actually even running somewhat reasonably all right until the whole world connected. Not everybody didn't know how everybody was doing it. Everybody was unconscious in their little world, not realizing there was only a few people who knew what was going on all over the world. All that's really changed is that now everybody's got a view. Everything's on a universal set, but it's also on a universal set. Right now, we're in zero. We're Tuesdays are a big day for us in the conscious world, because we know that our energy is working on a 10-day count. We know that Saudi and the way the financial systems are running these 3 days in the back end, and they used to just come in and roll over us. What we've been doing is alchemizing these days at the same time, and then we've been marrying them, and then we've been changing the end of the week, and we're still doing it. This is how these quantum energetic versions of you can come through really, really, really quick, and they can approach really, really quick to entangle with you. And you're also learning lessons in both directions, because this is also where, don't get full on the chips before the steak comes. It's knowing that there's gonna be a second course. And you have to know it whenever you let the other thing go. You can't be like, "Oh, I'm gonna let this go and I'm gonna put it over here, but I can always go back." And we all do this. If you say you don't, you lie. See, and it came out like this too. And we talk about dimensions and energy from physics and numbers and keys and all of this, but the truth is, it's your senses. It's your senses. And right now, what's happening is you're going through, whenever you get your new phone, you get a brand new phone, and you've got all this stuff on your old phone, and your heart is like, "Ugh." You get the new phone, and the whole time, I don't care how it's happening. I don't care if you're making the person do it at the store or if you come home and brave it out and try to do it on your own. You are like tripping out because you're worried that you're going to lose some shit on your old phone. And it's like, where is it going to go? It's like, it's just in the fucking air. It's like my whole life's in there. Like, what the fuck if it goes away? The whole world is going through that backup right now. The whole cosmos, the entire body setting that you're going to end up with in 7 years. The version of you that's going to be here, and the version of you that's going to be remembered or not. Up to you for whatever it is. Locally, everything has to start locally. Everybody's got to go back to the basics. You got to go back to this is the connection that got taken over. This one up here. This is the one you had in 1972. Look where 5D is. To achieve 5D, you clear out here from down here, and then you go, zoop, and then from here to here is a freaking mirror crazy nightmare. Because it's going to show up for you to walk it like that. This is the Vesca Pisces. This is what we're in. This is where the meek inherit the earth, but it's where you go back to the basics. And meaning you do good things for good reasons. Start paying attention to your children because you care about them. Start paying attention to your family because you care about them. Tell them that you can't stand how they're treating you because you care about them. Stand up for yourself. Don't let everyone push you around, but also engage. That friction makes things happen, and in their own way they see your abilities. This is Walt Disney to Tesla dance. Little bitty things make huge waves. And then you guys go, oh, but I'm not doing anything. And I just don't understand how I'm involved. And I get that. But what's crazy is that most of y'all in Bama that got your charts done 2024, 2025, that even walked through Bama last year, are just now this year gonna see a little bit of what you did last year. But then next year is where it's gonna blow your socks off, and then you're gonna go, "Oh my god, Jesse, I'm so glad I stuck it out with you. I'm so glad I said, oh my god, I know that bitch is crazy, and sometimes she makes me sleepy, but I knew I needed to keep listening." Because we've already connected it way, 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 way out here. This is also where trust and faith come in. And there is a totally different path for those of us that are pure ones, that because we're at the point. What's changed is that once your biosphere body is clear, meaning your source code is pushing out of your body and there's no more karma, there's no more buildup in your body. It's not producing cancer, it's not producing it's a body, your body heals and then presses out, and then you start magnetizing these other in the process of you healing your body, you start magnetizing higher frequency versions of you. As you're doing that, the collective, if you're doing it with the collective, if you're doing collective energy the past 8 years, this is why. You just witnessed what happens to everybody whenever they jump in and try to take over, when the collective's in charge. Now, this is how it works for us. We've been healing these patterns. We already had the connection. So whenever you heal, whenever you gravitate to these higher timelines, then what happens is the collective tests your ability to hold a further out band, because we're so ancient and we're coming in and coming out and it's moving like this. And it's so internal now that you don't wanna yell the message, because we don't want everyone to get it. You either have the connection, everybody, all the connections are on. All of them. All of them. All of the connections are on. How is everyone picking it up? And for the feminine, and for those of us who have had to be so in our head, running around here, acting like crazy people, telling all the well, we've created it now. Now we've made a Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, the collective has made a new story, and even you'd be surprised what we can do with some really evil shit. We can turn it into some sparkly new crap that all of a sudden can catapult us into a family line, because lo and behold, maybe it got taken over and we's here to prove it to begin with. Our higher timeline never had the Nazis take Mickey Mouse. Our higher timeline never had a Walt Disney that was taken over by the Nazis. That one just fell on the floor. And I'm not even looking at the cards. I'm just like up here. I'm just up here pulling. I'm gonna do one more. So when you walk and do the hard part, when you follow your intuition and your forefathers and your angelics and your guides through the quantum, what you're really doing is picking up the message from an existing timeline in the same frequency and weaving it into your current pattern and building it in. And the more that you prove, you end up claiming all that stuff on earth. Then you start getting tested to see if you have enough power to hold off who took it from you. But it's all communication of what you'd call from the dead, but it's really not. It's just you and your body, and however now for me, I have all the blood. My thing was the blood. This is why this is like second nature to me. But realize everybody down here that's been consciously healing collected bloodlines has a new blood frequency that is picking up through the different DNA, through the bloodline of the bees, through the blood, through the earth, through the insects, through the woods. I mean, all through the bone. Your the energy comes out of you in a tune and hits a bubble and comes back. Some of that energy keeps going. Then some of that comes back, some of it keeps going, and some of that comes back, and some of it keeps going. This is happening, you're in the middle, and it's happening like this all around you. When you completely clear your bubble, and my team is there, we've been there for the past 3 months, so we know now there is an end to it. Even when a surge came through yesterday, I was a ball of tears yesterday. I was crying, ball of tears. I was a nervous wreck. My nervous system got hit with something, and I even knew when it was happening that it because it was that Azarian nervous system energy, and I just I do. But usually something really great happens right after something when I have like a fit that I have to cry. I've just had enough. I need help. I need to, but usually it's also me just going along with how things are, even though I'm changing and I can't do what I did do around here and do all this at the same time. And it's usually me that needs to communicate to the others around me. And usually I am communicating that, but no one's hearing me. And typically, I don't even try to just lose it because it isn't even about the attention. Because I just can't stop crying. I'm just going to see you later. I'm going to go upstairs and deal with myself because we're masters at this point. But it's also to the point that energetically there needs to be some conversations about it and there needs to be some support that's done. Alchemy. That's alchemy. The most underused source of alchemy on the planet and the strongest one that we have, that your whole world is run off of, Babylonian and techno, is communication. Period. Dot. So these are all the planets. And this card, this is tuning. What do y'all think? Aren't they great? This is number 39, but it's upside down, so that's significant too. It landed on Chiron, and this guy's upside down. So this is reversed because this is the sun, this is the moon, this is Mercury, this is Venus, Mars. This is all 10 luminaries, and then this is the days of the week. So we have the calendar on there, and when you guys order, when Michelle gets back next week, we're gonna be sending out calendars. So check your emails too, and then we'll send out a calendar when we tell you that your deck's on the way, so that you can start tracking it because this is a system. So this has all your days and the weeks on it. But it's interesting, see how what's interesting about these cards is when the words show up and when the pictures show up, because it's two-sided. Especially now that the dice moves are on the front, because the dice moves on the 32 cards are all on the front. See? So it's when the top of the card shows up and when the dice moves show up, that's saying the energy is here. This is what energy is setting the stage. This is a communication about it. This is kind of telling you what's going on in this energy, but but and this is what's pumping it. So this is Venus. So Venus is currently mirroring it, and Venus is creating. So this is back to Walt Disney and Tesla, because they built Tesla and Disney built their things at the same time off the same source. Tesla's codes built Disney. It's the same, and you have to do both parts. This is the masculine and the feminine working together. This is union. Union is knowing that if you're an account, like, you have to be the accountant and the salesperson. You've got to do both. You can't just look at the numbers all the time and try to figure out where to get the money and then not actually ever create anything, right? Then you're never going to have enough money because you're only because your abilities are on. We use our abilities, we use the energy that's available to us in order to correct anything that's going on in our life. Now, focusing on utilizing your tools and energies now and utilizing it to help everyone around you in the physical, and then utilize the tech and the social media and your platforms to assist to build those concurrently, that's where we're heading. Consciously using the technology and the larger energetics in order to help us build whatever that is in its local state. When you have both at the same time that you can do, you got to start somewhere. You got to, you got to start feet on the ground, or you got to start here, you got to start there. But my point is, no matter what it is, you got to merge those two together. That's even the energy around your house. That's even how you protect your children. That's even just little bitty old pioneer type things. The frequency of plasma. This is number 9. This is Sirius A. This is where the collective new moon is full moon's gonna be. Be gentle. Creation is delicate. It takes a faithful current to hold a pure white vision from pulsing depths of red turned pink. This is the whole Syrian wave. You're just these colors. You gotta, all the colors coming out of here gotta vibrate off those keys. They gotta resonate up to white. And then there's only 3 star rays that read white. And 2 of them are water, and 1 of them is earth. The other you'd call smoke. Well, around your energy field, whenever you go moving around, and you think, "Oh, I'm just some high frequency being and I'm not changing anything." Chestia, why does everyone keep staring at me? Why are all these men driving up next to me with those Smith glasses on? Why are they just staring? Because you Lucy'd out. You don't have any codes on you and they can't read you and they don't know what you are. I'm not doing anything with Bama. Chastia, how come there's helicopters all over my house and every time I walk outside there's a big X. It's sprayed in the sky. Because you're hitting the fucking sound barrier and they're doing everything they can to seal it up. And I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. You know the hardest wave to control? This one. Do you know what energy you have to master to tame a dragon? This one. Do you know what it's based on? Your heart. Does that mean you give everybody everything to your bitter end so that you have nothing left and you can't even survive? Is that what love is? No. No. Is not. Is not what love is. That is not what love is. Love is I love you and I want you to be happy. And if I don't make you happy, then I don't want to be the reason you're not happy. And I'm going to have to be okay with that. And then I need to then go sit with myself and figure out what makes me happy. Do I still love you? Yes. It ain't ever going to go away. Does it mean I'm going to put up with your bullshit? Hell no. That's how much I love you. And that all depends on what time it is. When it's ancient soul alignment and people coming out of hell, I'm going to be hard as nails on your ass. You got 6 years. Clean it up, baby. We clean it up. We've waited how many million? We've waited how many million years to actually be able to get in the same room with each other? Okay. So do another year and we claim 200 more years because of the work that the feminine's done. And then meanwhile the feminine rises because y'all should be supporting us anyway because the masculine frequency now has to tune up. Yes. It's exactly what you need to do because you stole all of your feminine resources from your future self and you literally stole it from yourself. So the only way for you to even level up is to give it back to us. But your ego, that's the only thing you didn't want to do is give it to us. Why? Why? That's it. Ask yourself that. Why? Why is it that to the bitter end you had to compete? That's the lesson. That's it. What is it that's the base root of your existence that thinks if you don't get that, that you aren't going to be what? Where'd you hear that? Who told you that? Is that really the only way that you think that you can achieve whatever it is that you want? If you have to, if you're hurting somebody, but to make yourself comfortable, w- do you end up hurting yourself? Because you have to be okay in your state. We're at 0 point right now. All your senses are getting turned on. These are senses that you've never had before, all turned on. I don't care what connections you've had, they are on full fucking blast. And you can trust that there's some new shit, especially when the most of the world doesn't even realize that. I mean, there's a lot of abilities. I mean, you can take empath off the shelf, take clairvoyant off this shelf. The clairs are all on. You get them all at once. Your body is the clair. The clair is the instrument. Purifying your energetic, working with the collective pulse is what gets the rest of it off of you. If you only concentrate on yourself, if you only concentrate on your cells, if you only concentrate on just your family, just your people in your house, or who claims to be a Jones, or who came to, and the whole thing goes down, and nobody did a family clearing, and Smith and Jones don't exist, what happens to the family line? What was that whole world worried about with Gates and what is this? Extinction, right? There is a lower evolved state and realize everybody is having to make a shift up because the cosmos is tuned to this. This is how your world is coming in to project to you in order to create your world. There isn't a system that's going to create it for you. You're learning how to do it. But I'll remind you, you did it before there was tech. Now you're just on a supercharger. Now your waves are just going further out. And then that's got a mirror to the other side of the shell. Number 18. Oh, God. 9 and 9, too. Right. And then 47. I'm going to flip that over in a minute. This is also the root. The crystal skull was up here. This is the reflection card. This is the reflectors are on. This is the Hollywood card. This is number 38. So 38 and 47 came out. Both toned over to the word. So that's 11, 11, 9, 9, 39, 1. Venus and Mars. Venus and Mars. So this is reflectors on because you got a reflection. 38 is something to celebrate. Completion of the first 11 mirror lineup since 29 Capricorn to 11 Cancer. We don't have those on the board. We got 9 on the board, but we got 47. 47 is it the new moon or the full moon? Full moon. New moon. New moon. So what's the next new moon? Number 11. The next new moon that we're going to have is number 11. Series C. This one. You projected from the stars into a quantum state. The glass may be hazy. You just reprinted from the stars. What's reflecting? Whatever is still on your bio bubble is getting picked up. If what just came in was not the right version, cards 35 to 53, clean it up. Well, here's 38. Here's 34. So this is like your base root before the cleanup. It came out first. It's next to the needle on the record. We'll roll card here. We'll roll dice in a minute. 38 came out. We got 47. We got 2 9s base root with Venus down here. So that's a bad mamma jamma. 52. So that's 53. It says to 53. Well, that's 52. So it's lining up. This is tuning, and that's 39. So this is 38. That's tuning. We got all the way up to 50, 52, 53 is it's cleaned up. So it's almost there. We're becoming reverse. 47, but this guy came out like this too. This is your IC. This is your mastery. This is the root. This is literally the root, and then there's your flower. And this is the new moon. It's live on air because it's the moon is lined up right over the sun. Isn't this a cool card? Y'all like them? But this was on. It was upside down, and it was on the words. So it's in 3, 2, 1. You're live. So this is live on air because whenever you're in new moon, projects quickly, no drama, quiet on the set. All full moon edits made in your movie from the last month's house show are projecting now. Do not record what you do not want to repeat. Attention writers, don't like the movie. Time for an all-nighter. Is there something happening with the mic? Oh, my finger's on it. I'm sorry. I did that. That was my fault. That was my fault. I think I did that. My finger was on there. Can you hear me now? Can you give me hearts? Sorry about that. I think that was me. Do not record. So this was upside down. So this was upside down like this. So it's about to go live. Not quite there yet. You're tuning, and also this is, if you're waiting for something to happen, go write it down right now. Right now. Right now. What do you want to happen? If you're in some type of story that you don't like, go write down an alternate ending right now. Make it up. Put down a color, put a number with it, and start tracking it. Put the date right now that you go write it down. When something or when any type of eventually you don't have to write it down. Eventually your mind will just think this way. In the beginning, go write it down. This is saying, what edits do you want? Because it's tuning right now. The biosphere is getting tuned. And I felt the shockwave come through. And it's energetically tuning you, but it's tuning to the root. This is saying it's about to be live on air. This is saying we're in it's becoming. So remember that pure cell you handed over in number 11? And again, this new moon. It's on the 26th. Is that right? Man, time is flying. Is that right? Are we already at no, this is on the 10 day. So the new moon is actually on the 14th. It's on July 14th. But see, we're hitting it on the 26th. We're already lining this up, and Page of Cups is coming right here. And remember that song? Man, that song was playing in my head big time. And that was a big love message that was energetically coming in because things have flipped. Anything that you think is evil or stopping you, just tune it. Use your abilities to tune. Use your organics, use your flowers, use bells to clean energetic. Today when I was at the printer, I said y'all need to put a bell in your car cuz they're on top of this big oak tree 5G tower. It's nuts over there. And the lady was saying something, she was having problems. I said go get a bell, put it in your car. When you leave here, ring the bell. All that does is make a static charge on your field to untwine you from the surge when you're sitting on the gates. That's it. Stuff like that can change your entire world because no one else is doing it. And when you consciously do it, your energy blows up so quick and fills in. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I hear something. I see something. Well, no shit. You filled up. You're seeing into other timelines. You're hearing, I mean, I know we hear the news. I don't know, like a lot of the stuff that happens in the news, I'm not sure sometimes if are we seeing it or are we picking it up on the broadcast and our energy is picking it up from the broadcast like 3 hours early. And it's a cipher code that comes in because it's broadcasting and we're just picking it up in an alternate timeline from the broadcast. I think it's more that than we're seeing the actual accident happen. With me, I think it is. That's why people trip out. I did it today with Andra. I was talking to her on the phone, and I don't remember what I was saying, but I used the analogy of Little House on the Prairie. And she let me finish whatever, and she freaking started cracking. It was right towards the end, right before the line broke off. She was like, "Shut up." Me and my husband watched that show, like, last week. Little House on the Prairie? Like, I swear I'm not spying on you. I swear I'm not. But I just pick up on stuff like that. I don't know how. You're in the process of alchemization, a bridge is forming, or you're being called to bridge the situation with feminine wisdom. And the feminine wisdom is there is no evil that you cannot tame. This situation is whoa, I'm like is holding. I try to read through the camera and I can't. Just read the card. This situation is holding an equal dark to light field. Arcturus holds the oldest alchemy on the books, shining knowledge and wisdom on density as a collective force and corrective deliver justice and as a collective force to correct and deliver in justice, to collect and deliver justice to imbalance. Every single medical book, every single law book, every single teaching book, every single process of teaching, every single process known to existence is formed from Arcturus. Disney, and I tell the girls this all the time, and I tell y'all this, and I feel it stronger and stronger every day. These children that are in this world right now sent me to come prepare y'all for their presence and what's about to come with them being here. This is the base root. This is already in their system. They're already running on this. We're already connected to their energy as they're being born. We're already being taught how to build in the energy that they got here. Same as y'all were, except Rothschilds got taught. You didn't. There is no the for with Disney, and when I tell the it's like you give it to the children, you make the children's book so the parents will learn. The cartoons are designed to teach the parents. The parents watch the cartoon over and over and over. They pick up more than the child does, but the lesson is actually the parents. Good or bad. But whenever you're a parent, you will do everything for your child. You will not eat, you will buy, you will make that child happy. Most people. Too much so for the most part. We also had to learn lessons with that. Because whenever your children have abilities to mind fuck you kind of need to know about it. Well, this happened in 72. Did y'all know about it? Are you still dealing with it? Because it was here. Now it's back, and now we got a fresh troop coming in. The way it was always written. Venus is mirroring this right now. Let's roll the dice. So this is, since it's number 1, we're going to roll 4D for the body, and 60 is a dimension because the highs, this is 1 through 9, I think. 1 is molecular, 2 is internal, 3 is reality, 4 is your dream space, 5 is mirroring and merging. Did we leave off 6? We left off 6. There's a little edit there. So I'm going to go over here to my dice. So that's 4. So that's a little triangle. That's easy to find. The triangle and the square. Oh, 44. 44. So that's the 4. That's 4. This is a dream space. So pay attention. So this is happening in the 4D. And Venus is picking it up. And Venus is the industry. Venus is the whole, all the movie. This is a movie analogy. So in the movie world, it would be the whole industry. It would be all the movie calendars, all the designs, everything that you associate to a movie, every single thing. Venus is involved with making it. 44, this is merging. This is also, I told my Australian lady tonight, this is where you might go through a period where you feel like you're sleepwalking, kind of. In 2018, for all my first waivers, we went through like a year where we were dreaming, and we were doing so much maneuvering in this little square in our dream space, and coming up in our dream to a higher frequency, having a little meeting, and then coming in. And I mean, we do this nightly, and we stay up to support each other for worldwide missions and all types of stuff. But if you've but there's a balance of that, because you're 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 channeling your own conscious creation. You're doing it, you're projecting from morning to night. Right now we're not live yet. We're getting there. It's going to back up. It's not live yet, but when it goes live, then that means that the audience is there. It's all live. There is no backup. You're going to come in, you're going to rehearse, you're going to go on air. Once you're on air, you're on air. Mars is going to be moving everything around. It's live. It's live. The cameras never go down. Mars and Venus are like, okay, we're gonna move over here now. Somebody's tired. We're gonna go to stage 5. Let's come over here now. Let's see what's happening over here. This is all happening in your 4D space. This is also shadow walkers. You got to be careful with shadow walkers right here. Or you're walking out your shadow, or you are fulfilling your mission by being someone else's shadow walker. The shadow walkers are a lot of power. Everybody wants the shadow walker. Nobody just wants to be called that. Well, all that is that you're showing up in a lower timeline to give a message. Don't be a demon. Don't be show up and give the message. You never really know who's on the higher timeline. Do what you need to do. Collect your data so that you can print it and use it over here in whatever you're doing. Or if you don't want it, then throw it up in the air in the collective and go, all the ascended that have earned it, I give away this and go do something, because I don't want to do it and I don't have any family here. So, but I don't want them to have it. Do that. But we got a reflection, but I feel like it's more like written. I'm picking up like it's being written in. This is good news. This is good news. If the I'm doing a card pull. This is good news. If we're being written in, that's what I've been waiting for, FYI, in my world. Do we have any other numbers? No. So I'm going to leave this. I've got the scale over here. It's what ended up on top. We don't have any more dice moves on here, I don't think. That's dice moves off the record. Okay, so let's shuffle these really quick. Oh, man. Anybody else have like a whole emotion? This Cancer energy, man, yesterday, it like a new energetic, it felt like an attack, and I'm not naive to think that it wasn't, but in my world too, I also know about attacks before they happen. See, I keep getting this card over and over. Yes, if you've been emotional, I did it yesterday, and it's my nervous system is what it is. The moon just went over Izar. And it's kinda, I felt like my body got wrung out, and it really is what it is. It's kinda like a towel and you get wringed out. Um, but I also know where a lot of us are flying over Scorpio with this moon. This Scorpio, that's what I was interested to see if it came out. Hmm. Now, also remember, it might not be necessarily reversed. We're mirroring still. Are these guys upside down? They're not upside down. Hey, if you guys are any tarot readers, chime in. Chime in now, because I am not. I know that this is Two of Cups. I also find this looks like a tuning fork to me. You even see how this is like this? This was up here. The moon, this was right. The moon was right here. Look at that. And that's 47. Hmm. We got Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is lining up the 26th. That's the truth. The Knight of Cups, and then there is a running for a ball and hurt myself. Why do I keep fell again? Is it the same ankle? Is it like the leg just goes out? Are you are do you is there something bound on your leg or your ankle that you need to just etherically cut off? I would command to be shown in your way, cut everything off your legs and bring in legs were the hardest thing to bring in. And I really don't understand it completely yet, but it even goes back to the centaur and the human legs at the front of the horse. Like, it's complex. The legs, I mean, notice how she doesn't even have any in this picture. And think about a mermaid, how they're bound. I mean, so the binding of the veins, the heart muscles, it's all in the legs. So if you're falling a lot, I would also concentrate on Libra energy, balance, period, dot. Just standing there and lifting one leg, balancing, balance, just balance yourself. I tell you the other thing, y'all, inner thigh workouts, because your coccyx your coccyx is having to hold the charge from all the way down to the bottom. It's being crested. It goes up to your third eye, and then you have a connection that goes all the way up. Okay. Your old 33 body is made to split your energy through your legs. This energy comes straight through your core. Your inner thighs and all of your muscles will start forming tighter around your vest, around your ribs, all that even. Sometimes it feels like it's compressing. It's because there's so much surge energy in the body. The body actually starts forming to protect it, which is the higher evolutionary body count. But the inner thigh muscle, just your inner thigh grunt, just laying on your side and doing just while you're watching me, like right now, just lay on your side. Just lay on your side, lift your leg. Lift your leg, do it as many times until it burns, and then stop. And then do it again. And then turn over and do your inner thigh, do your outer thigh. Just and even sit right here. When you're sitting down, put your leg out and then just lift it up, lift it down, lift it up, lift it down. Just do 5. Just do the other 5. Make a little note wherever you sit down and watch your shows or whatever to do 20 a day. That once you spark that new muscle in this new fiber, now listen to what I'm telling you, everybody, because this muscle's different. Once you spark that new muscle, it starts surging new muscle through your whole body. New muscle burns fat. New muscle burns energy. Once your body masters that, all it's like, you don't worry. There is no but there are periods, and one of the ladies in Australia is going through the period that I went through, because it's a process to come completely through. And through this 6-7 year process of cleaning these, all these energies, to completely be able to pulse it out and completely project and clean out all the body templates so that it's all clean of disease, all clean of everything. And it's processing and blowing out and just cell regenerative, cell regenerative, cell regenerative. That's it. To where it's not affecting you at all. That there's points in this where you'll lose a ton of weight. Everyone will swear you're on drugs, and you don't. It's just your muscle turns on and it burns all the fat off you. And then there's a period in it where you gain 15 pounds because your brain is now having its gray matter in your brain that is getting its connections back, and the body will retain water, it'll retain weight. You'll need to, like, not worry about what you eat because you need more salt, or you need more this, or you know you're healing. But your brain and your brain matter and those connections from your right to left brain will bruise the shit out of your elbows and your knees. You go messing with, people don't realize. I mean, that's why you're turning on your brain. This isn't your mind. Your mind's been running the whole time and it got mind. Now you got to turn your brain back on. Well, when your brain starts, it's already got all the codes out that it can. It kind of goes into a blister and it starts mirroring like this right here. That's why you can't come at it like Tesla. It's already broken down to the base root. What are you going to do with the numbers now? What sequence are you going to build? It's already in a number. Now you need to put a strand of numbers together and create a color. Now you need to put a strand of color, right? It's and this is what all the big Hollywood freaking players and music industry players, that's what they know all about, is what I'm telling you right here. Way more than me. I can't wait till they have the Masonic master class on how to fuck over the feminine, because I'm going to be front row. That will be a ticket that I would pay some money to go listen to. I don't want to hear you pretend to sing. I don't want to hear you pretend to dance. I want to know. I would pay $1,000 to go hear Lady Gaga tell us how the fuck she did it. Would you? I would. Maybe we should command that's what they gotta do. You gotta show up and tell us how you did it first. I flipped these right side up. These are the ones that were all like that. Let's see what this is. Yep. So that family connections. Family connections, but this is fending it off. And this is the wheel. My code for the Wheel of Fortune is 301. And the higher working with the church to do it. Working with the establishment to notice how the wheel's, like, hanging out over here. Oh, hold on. We just got something over here. Hmm. Well, that's totally interesting visual. I would say, "What is wrong with this picture?" Okay. Oh, wait, a car fell over here. Hold on, I forgot about that. Oh, shit! Look! Hold on. Telling y'all this deck is a trip. I forgot all about that card falling down there, and it fell on top of and we even rolled 44. Who is sending me love? Who is sending us love messages, y'all? What? He's like, hello, are you gonna look down there? I totally sent that card. Are you gonna look? I'm like, the wheel's over here, dude. Where are you going? And I was like, oh, that card. 44. I love you. Venus neons picking up love patterns. So that was on the record. 44 was rolled on this. And this is Saturn also going to go retrograde. And Mercury's going to go retrograde in a hot minute. There is all kinds of love. What did your senses pick up? Warm and cozy or oh lordy? Some are close and some are far, but connected no matter where you are. Ooh, what's the temperature? Let's see. Well, he might be pretty hot now since I totally missed it. He's usually not very patient about that shit, although he misses the messages all the fucking time. Oh, we're at 90%. Well, what do we need to do to blow the lid off that boiling pot? And thank you for the message. So we're getting love message over here. Like it flew over the side. It landed on the Pleiades. Well, it actually landed on Apple. Done being patient. I'm going a new way. Ooh. Did somebody get their feelings hurt? Did somebody find out somebody was cheating? Was somebody lying about who they were? Was the Queen of Cups not what you thought it was? You thought you was going towards that, and you were, but is that weird? Is this version? And everybody's being quiet about it. And then they're not. Page of Wands. So there's something in the air. There's something that just went out. Something just happened. Definitely Page of Pentacles. I mean, King of Pentacles. But it's getting picked up. This dude sent something out that's getting picked up. Nobody's talking about it. but everybody's writing about it. I don't know. This all came out as a book. No, because I said they're tight-lipped. Because again with the writing, Empress. We got the Page of Pentacles. So this King of Pentacles wrote something. Now we got an I love you message. So the Magician is over here, but the Magician was upside down. But the King of Pentacles would definitely be the Magician in shadow. Here's a wheel down here. Going this direction, but ran into this one, but going a new direction, but done. 90%. What's the 10%? Then there's this whole book over here. So we've got the Empress. The Empress. Six of Pentacles. Eight of Cups. Broken hearted. Four of Pentacles. Had money on it. Defended it. Had others defending it. And turned his world upside down. The Empress. So this is everything that this guy. So let's do this. Give me these cards back. And let's see what we get from CHee72. CHee72, astronomy hue of the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles who had some money on and defending and was paying others to defend and making others defend. Something about this Queen of Cups over here in the reverse. We do have the Wheel of Fortune on the table, but it's kind of off by itself. But then the love message did fall overboard. It went that direction. See? And the reflectors are on. Okay, King of Pentacles first. MC. And the AC. Mac. These letters too. Anybody have letters? AC, MC, AM, or an AMC? Anne Rice. I'm even picking up AMC, the AMC channel. The one that does all the Telemasca, Anne Rice, blah, 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 blah. We did get New Moon upside down. That's not on air yet. We do know that was Mayflower line. That was definitely our line. Like all that stuff that they wrote on the vampire bullshit on was to create vampires out of our energy. We weren't the vampires. They created that shit. I don't know. AMC broadcasting. Also Mac, because the message ran. That's also Steve Jobs. That's Job. You know, the shift that's also happening is like all some of the things that, like Universal Studios building a water park 4 miles from my house after everything that happened in Anaheim. has really pissed me off. However, the new hotel, they've opened it up and it's kids and it's a water park, but the whole thing's in Libra colors. Literally, it's Libra card. It's number 16. The whole hotel on the outside is Libra colors. Well, that's in my backyard, and I have a sensory deck of nothing but colors. Maybe I'll be the mermaid from Little Elm that you come visit whenever you come to the Universal Disney Park. Your hotel's already decorated my colors. Who's to say I didn't move that motherfucker to my backyard? That's what level we're at. And that's that new moon. This is where the new moon. So the new moon is going to be on July 14th. But on the 26th, we're already feeling this energy. Why? Because the collective's at 0 point tomorrow on Vi Day. So we're literally coming through that hole. Literally. Over here it's -3. Well, we went -9. We did. We're coming up to 0, and we're gonna build the first step the first week of July. We're flying in at -3, merging. Oh, I got a shadow. Right here. In 2 days, we're already here. Creating with this energy in 2 days that the rest of the collective is not gonna have produced until almost 2 weeks. On week 3, we wrote it -3. This new moon is already lining up. So 11s are going to be a big thing. 9s, 11s, and 3s. If you're getting a lot of 9s, it's igniting, and you're getting a lot of 9s, it's coming from the outside in. If you're getting a lot of 3s right now, it's happening on the inside of you. It's soul stuff. It's a soul something. If it's 1-1 or you're getting a series of ones, then you're lining up. When you see 11-11, you want to say 4. When you see 11, you want to say 2. Don't keep it 1-1. Just immediately, whenever you see 11-11, say 4. You see 5-11, say 5. You're collapsing 4 or 5 of these at once. Boom, 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 boom. And then you shoot up. And then you get a cough. And then you get a little headache. And then you feel like shit for like a week. And then you turn on and you're like boom, 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 boom. And it all just unfolds. Literally. The cellular switchboard depends on how much work you've done in Libra. If you've already done all your Libra body work and you understand how we're connected like light bulbs, this is you turn it on, you're going on air. If you're still getting that part, then you're going to start witnessing a lot more collective cool stuff that you want to witness. I mean, because it's all about the DNA is now activating the system. And all of everyone's DNA changes are now going up and being quantified and spinning new timelines and getting back to you. It's happening on every single dimension. It has been for a while. You've been doing it in your own way. Now you're going to have more sight on it. every single bit of the knowledge that you've collected is important. It built on itself. It didn't just appear. And we talked about this one a lot, and we'll talk about it again. But Venus, this is number 46. So this is an 01. And what luminary is Venus working with? Roll 10D to find out. So let's see. Where's 10D? Here's 10D. Put it over here. 8. Uranus. So change. So Venus is currently, and what's Venus? Stardust from your cosmic aura is tuning your state. Your self-love and self-worth stored up for this procedure. You're aligning with venues to interface. 46 Venus, or align with Venus. I said venues, exactly. I saw venues. Is somebody going to a concert soon? We're aligning venues, auditoriums, see big stuff. Like we're talking about an entire cosmic realignment. 46 Venus is an 01 reset. What is forming? Pull another card for a clue. So we got that on 8, so it's Uranus. Hundreds. Roll 10D to see what number is dancing with your system zeros and on what dimension. This is 2 zeros. This is number 40. So this is 46. So that's 01. So this has a 0 too. This is attaching 2 zeros. Hundreds. Like a breath of mint air, your first pure zero is in current, has arrived. See, there's a lot of creation. Everything. Go write what you want. Don't put a name on it. Don't put a name on it. Put I'm looking for, this is what I want. This is how it needs to make me feel. This is how I need to feel. It does, you don't put a physical person's name on it. But write what you want. The first new cell brings a 5D error, your frequency raised, and sometimes requires an opposite phase. Stop thinking about it. Get out of your head. Stop letting your mind fuck up your body's frequency. You know that you're on the plane. You can't get off the plane. You know your body wants to fucking run. Your body doesn't want to be on the metal plane. Your body wants to go, but you're kind of in for it for the next 4 hours. So you just got to calm your body down, calm your mind down. You're going to be on the plane for 5 hours. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. Make yourself calm. That's how you got to do it. Stop thinking that everybody thinks there is, you miss the timing, but there's a gazillion different timings. And if you get off the boat, you're not going back down the funnel. That's what's changed. You just fall off a minute and then you jump back on. But who's to say you weren't supposed to be a level further first anyway? You forgot to pick up 5 and 6, man. You got to go get 5 and 6 this time. That's the only thing you need to finish to get to 14. Next time, you're done getting to 9 and going to 10 and going to 9 and going to 10. You're ready to go to 14, but you need 5 and 6. These guys came out too. And we pulled this one that's also Sirius B. So we're building momentum. So 10D. So the other one was 8. So this is to see what number. So if it's 2 zeros. Ah! I knew it. Woo! That's 4 zeros. So what number is our zeros dancing with? Zeros. In Venus, in the 4D. If you have cleaned royal energy, I mean, you are royal. I know you don't care, but the collective cares because if you don't collect it, then they're collecting it for you and running your people with your shit. Then your people blame you because you're the actual connection in the ethers that they trusted you with. Wow. I'd say that's a big change. So this is and it is what it is because we are the reincarnation. We did turn on the resurrection machine from Egypt all the way through the Essenes. I'm over here I'm training y'all. Ancient Egyptian, star seed, Mayan, resurrection, any Essene, Christ, Buddha. Fuck, we've done it all over here. We've completed the wheel. We've completed ourself. We've put it all back together into one. Hierophant's got to change. His little hat no longer carries the V. He no longer has an IV. Again, this card keeps coming up. Thank you. Good analogy. I don't know which one it was. I kind of just go into a zone over here. Yep. Okay, so something's going on. Wait, I might have to dig into this. This is the Hierophant. I stacked the Queen of Cups over here. This has something to do with so this has to do with like Rome, the Hierophant, the church, the crystal skull. But we got the words. Direct cosmic connection processing through you now. Physical body is leveling up to hold new reality frequencies. Shadow may appear bigger than they are. Stay balanced. Don't chase. And this is eclipse energy. And that's what I felt yesterday. Yesterday when I was like all in my feelings, messaged Dawn like, I can't stop crying. I'm like, I'll be okay. I know we're processing some shit, but I did post a Grim Reaper and I was flipping the Grim Reaper flipping everyone off. So who knows what I jumped into to clear. But we're clearing some shit. Ecliptic. So like their whole little proxy to God and proxy to Christ and proxy to Jesus and all that, that's what's changing. So it's eclipsing it. I don't know what's changing. Something. Let's see. Can we get any? Let's shuffle on that one. I'm going to put these guys back in it. We'll just leave this one back in here. We'll see if we get some of the same characters. We're picking up. And I did get a harvest code today. I heard so clearly. And we had finished the process. Death is now clear. When the death on the planet is clear, it's time to harvest. But it wasn't until like moments later, whenever I said that, that I was like, oh shit, that's a all systems go command. No matter. But when the trigger's pulled, this Jubilee freaking pulled it off. That's why this shit's eclipsed. Look, stealing from the crypts. Yep, I knew he's gonna come back out. Got to go a new direction. Lost their funding. Tell me about the Hierophant. What's going on? What? Give us some more information. Is this Rome? Is this a supreme leader, which is Rome? Yeah, broken heart. Well, Earth and not even. I mean, this is Gaia. This is abundance. This is Earth. This is what you should have when you come to Earth. This is what we brought back in. This is what we always were. This is what, but this is how they got it from us. We went through this. They got this, but we are this. They just did this to get this. Not anymore. It no longer. Now it just has girls falling out of the sky. They ain't dancing in his head. They're falling out of the sky. And I'm not even kidding. We've caught some before. And they're like, grab as much as you can. Grab as much as you can. That's just what I heard. Grab as much as you can. I'm going to clarify. Okay, one more over here. Ah. Okay. Oh, see? Yep. Same story. That's what's getting eclipsed. Okay, let's look over here. Because Venus is over here and I like this better. And this is where all the new shit is like just now forming. Something just went out. What's the message that just went out? Let's just trash that shit. Okay, AMC. I have a new. Oh, look what's under here. Look what I did. I'm a trip. These guys were up here from earlier. It was a Six of Pentacles and then the upside down with the cups because he got his heart broke. But okay, I mean, we all get our heart broke. That's the fucking deal. Wheel of Fortune. But the wheel is turning and someone's out of patience. We've got an I love you. Venus is forming something. We definitely, something's getting broadcasted. Something's getting written. Is Rome writing us in? Because, I mean, Mary Magdalene, 13th apostle, and then y'all, whatever that 2018 freaking Little Elm, Queen of Wands reversed. Right. No more magic on your little broadcasts. The Queen of Wands reversed. So it was the, right. Kitchen witch. I'm telling you. But you have to realize that like we didn't know we had power. We didn't know we could do any of this stuff. We had no idea that we could take out the most ancient wizards and shit down here. Again, we're as surprised as you are. And it was never our intention to go through some spiritual battle with you. It's what we ended up happening because you kept throwing it. We kept having to freaking throw it out of the park. The fact that we can even collect cells and bring them in is kind of new, FYI. Like, not even kind of. This is heaven on earth stuff. This is the cosmic clock. Like pre-Maya. Here's our 3 zeros. Attracting zeros east to west. That's what we got up here. This is where the cards were when I stopped. That's Scorpio. So this is just kind of showing, I mean, see the colors, see how this is heaven, this is gonna hit this, but see the colors, it's gonna hit you, it's gonna show up in this energy, but in some dimensions, it's gonna show up as this energy. In some dimensions, it's gonna show up as this energy. This is when you got all your feathers on. This and this, same energy. This is just the energy without you in it, without any of your colors turned on. This is you, all your colors on. No matter what colors you have right now, you got to turn all your feathers on. You turn all your feathers on, this is what this looks like. When people go, how can you have such etheric power in the ethers? Because this is what you see in the ethers when you see me. You don't see this. You see this. Down here on the ground, you saw more of this. Because it's got to project all the way to here. You got to get this lined up. You get this lined up, you're projecting, then you're the one being seen. No matter. Because this energy is just coming through right here and right here. Right here, right here. Right? The whole thing doesn't get taken over and go into this energy when you go into this energy. You just make waves over here. And if you consciously want to connect it from here to here and make a big wave, then you just got to connect it way down in here and make a big wave. And then hold on and wait. Which dimension should you focus on? Roll 4D to C. I'm going to do that one, and then I'm going to close. Well, I'll take one reading. How long have I been on? 107 minutes. A while. Does anybody, there's 11 on. Does anybody have something that they want me to pull for? That would help the collective, because it might be a collective type thing. Oh, shoot. What did I do? I guess I'm not going to roll the dice. So I'll just put it away. Does anybody have want anything to pull? What's the code word? So the code word means whatever the story is, I don't want the whole story. I just want one word. I love you. Code word in your message earlier. Okay, what's the code word though? Tell me now. Tell me. Dude, I'm on here freaking reading live energy. I don't remember what I did or said earlier. Aw, well, I love y'all too. And we definitely got the message. There's a lot of that energy coming in, and I think collectively, like, that is all connecting. I'll tell you the funny thing is the feminine We're just like, we're to the point where it's like, look, we'll just get our own bag. Like, it's what's so funny is that the men are ready to like come in with these love messages, and we're so done and what we've had to do to survive. Like, it's like, show me. And until then, and it's not, and I'm not picking on you, because it's just, this is the energy that's going on right now, and the feminines too. We're excited that y'all are excited. We're excited that things seem to be moving forward, but there's it's there's still steps that have to be done in between, and you know the feminine right now, we're just so it's like, just something has to connect with our money, and because you men don't realize that if you don't throw it to us, you're gonna lose it. I mean, and that's why they're all dressing like presidents. So it's like, and why, and you're even counting on us to pull it off. See, we're working together, 5 of Pentacles, working together, but it is the Two of Rose, and but there's not a there's still something that's what there's see what I'm saying? There's still not there's some not exactly truth with something. And see, this is I love you, but this is, I mean, like the card says, there's all kinds of I love you. That's judgment. It's actually justice. Came out sideways. That's also that east and west. Now I'm noticing, see this? See that gold ray? And we got this going up, so that's like a gold ray. And then now I'm seeing all these lines coming down. But but see, Libra also, this is where we don't know exactly what's going to happen. The masculine and feminine are learning how to see. We've been run by the industry. Those of us who have the power to create the timelines, and who are changing the timelines right now for the collective, went sideways inside a system to do it, and paid the price for it on every dimension, so that we could have somewhat of a true earth experience for the first time, because every single one of us were bound. Every single one of us, everyone else was living off of our energy. Nothing in my life was real. Nothing. I'm not interested in anything that's not real. That's all I've ever had, is not real. I want the ugly of it. I've already had the ugly of it. I already know that there's a bad side to everything. I've already lived the bad side of everything for everyone else. I want to see the good part. But I also want to be surprised. I also want to work for it. I also don't want it just handed to me because I have some magical ability. If I'm going to be given it, then I want it to last. If I'm gonna be handed it, then I want it to mean something. I wanna keep it. I don't want it to be taken away from me whenever somebody flips their hair on the other side of the fucking world. I'm done getting my heart broke. There's a cardinal position. I'm hearing cardinal position too. And this is just I'm just channeling this. This is just the read on the I love you. But this is, at the base root of it, it is what it is, because the men are used to having women that are like, "Oh, come save us. Come save," like, we got over that a long time ago. We figured out nobody was coming. We had to create our own little clay army and activate them from the dead. Then we had to replace them with all the mimics of all the men that they were coming in saying that they were our twins, and the 70,000 versions of the 5 versions of y'all each that we dealt with. And then we made our own little clay army, and then we called them etherics. And then dad came in and filled them all up. And now we have an army. Now, you want an email? Now that I am the star? I mean, I get it, but, you know, I don't know, I get it, I wanna be in love too. I wanna be whisked off to the beach. I wanna do all those things, but right now I'm one woman with 2 elderly people that can't even think straight. I'm cooking their dinners. I'm trying to get these cards out. I'm trying to make quotas so that the rest of my team that got all their money stolen from your hooligans can actually live, because we've created, apartments and everything over the past 6 months, because you had us all homeless, but we skirted that. But, we had to create all that shit too. So if you really fucking care, then you can come help me cook dinner. You can come bring barbecue. You can freaking show up. What do we need to do to make that happen? 35 density ahead. As bright as a star shines is as dark as the space it exists when the light is seen first. It's not a punishment, it's the star burning through. Grit your teeth, call in backup for star seeds, stay the course. Shine and do not flinch. Trace the angelic sigil and place wherever, take it whenever your scene needs armor. So if you when you get these, you just turn around, or even right now on your screen, if you just want to take a screenshot and just trace your finger on it, and that brings in, this is the wheel. So this is Cancer, and this is over here into Sag and Scorpio. This is over here into Aquarius and Pisces, and it just holds a complete forum to hold the gate open. And let's roll the 12D. Do I have 2 different ones? 12D and 20D to see which stars are sending back up. I need to check that. I just picked these up. We did a whole lot of edits on these. So, and it's just we were going through that, we're in that 4 and in the 4D, you learn how to protect. So much of this goes on in the 4D, and all those energetics were merged together, and it was all working perfectly until the contracts and the money started rolling in. And then everybody takes off for the contracts and the money, and then that's why the feminine's like, you know what, no, we our feminine line should have been president already. It's not. You've had a bunch of fuckers running around in pretend clothes putting cigars up Monica's whoohunky. Been a Masonic bullshit down here. There isn't even a queen. There's a pretend king and a cocker spaniel. There has to be some fucking adjustments. It ain't about the man. Obviously, it's about the feminine line that never made its point because some dude got her ticket. It's not about the men, it's about the women. It's about the men who support the women. If you want to be a man of any type of fucking collective power down here in the future, you best fucking learn how to get along with the women. And you're at the turning point. 12D and 20D to C. So that's high AIDS. It's Orion. It's Orion. So we're literally clearing Gemini, and that's high AIDS number 4 and number 6. Of course, when I try to do them really quick. I was gonna try to find it real quick, but it's the big circle. Here's high AIDS. Right, a bunch of little circles and a big circle. The other one's the one that's just nothing but one big. Okay, I'll just show you. Here's high AIDS. There's number 6. There's number 4. There's number 6. And 46 was one of our cards. 46 is, can't remember now. Haven't memorized my own card yet. We played the numbers. And look right here. So this is where the angelic supports come, just to balance this. And also look at the imagery right here with the circle. You been threading it through Gemini? They had or still home. Right. Oh, I know. Man, Dawn jumped through all that stuff. And even the whole thing with the $700,000 that the Fed sent me in 2020 when they were running the whole thing from Fort Collins, and the B Coco Chi deal that was written up that they were supposed to give me 1.3 million in the first tranche, and then they brought the Saudi people around me to confirm my identity, and then they just stole the whole fucking thing. Blasted my tooth open. Cut the connection to my real twin, which was a Joseph at some point. Right. Split the tooth open in my mouth. Tried to kill me by taking me to Nucla, Colorado, where there was no dentist in 2020. The infection almost got up into my brain. That's how we died before, and that's where I resurrected one of the first times in 2020. I had already died in Bell Rock, Arizona, from a Christ animal sacrifice, December 2019. So we've got a tree. It's like, again, it's just, we keep getting the same thing. So I'm really going to stop. I mean, I keep seeing the same thing. Right now, it's the message is what we were talking about. It's all of these physical, like, what good is it to use your mind to move tinfoil? How does that help anybody? How does it help? I mean, if does it help people if you go and stay in meditation for 9 hours a day or 3 hours a day? What are you building up there? Do you even know? Do you know what you're doing when you're up there? Are you trying? Are you just going up there to see if you can see? Well, I can promise you you can see. Why are you going up there? What are you doing in there? How is it helping everyone around you? How's it helping your family? How's it helping your pocketbook? How's it helping your energy? Are you getting younger? Are you feeling better? Do you feel worse? Do you feel like shit? What is it? Energetically, you change your frequency. You can. You do. It happens on a minute by minute basis. The only way for you to control the energy bands that are coming through your field constantly is to get a stronger root to hold it. Then when these energy bands come through, you stay like a stalk. You might sway, but you ain't going to break. And when that wind passes, you stand straight back up. If you don't have a stalk, you just fly in the wind. That's it. All right. CoU32. CoU32.com, and I'll be back as we'll be able to send these cards out. So go check it out. They're $101. You get the bag, you get the dice. We're going to be able to start sending them out in a couple of weeks. So you got time to save up until I got it all here. We have 4 decks ordered already, I think. And we definitely are going to stick with the matte card because they shuffle perfect. They don't stick, way better. And we'll be messing some with our little signs, but this is the Cosmic Inheritance Founders deck, and this is the color sensory spectrum. So, love y'all, and I will be back. This day that's about to start right now, wherever you are, is Earth Day. It's Vi Day. So we're going to be coming in, and this is, and notice these 2, 2, 3. And then we're going to go back and do it again. So, but this is 0 point. The main thing is keep yourself calm. Notice what changes you. Notice what sways you. Notice what affects you. Notice what triggers you. Figure out something to focus on that would help not just you, but other people around you, but also help you. And not just make you feel good for helping people. What would help you and other people? Focus on that. Focus on something that has a collective purpose to keep your mind occupied, and then your ancestors and your soul will help guide you to where you're immediately needed, or you'll start learning how to build that into an entire mission if you don't have one. I can promise you that. Bye. We got the bag.